Welcome back to my channel. My name is K Shine, and thank you so much for clicking on this video today. You already know your girl is back with another story time based on the title. You know exactly what I'm about to talk about. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at K Shine with 3 E's. Y'all already know the drill. This is part 2. So I will link part 1 in the description box below. So make sure you check that out first. But y'all already know, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into the story time. Let's go. All right, y'all. So, boom. Y'all know exactly how I like to start my story times off. I left off in part 1 talking about how basically I already told, I gave my little spiel to Pawpaw, right? Which is AKA police officer that was acting like my granddaddy. This is your granddaddy. This is your granddaddy. But, you know, I appreciated that, right? So, like I said, he told us to basically have a nice night because Peanut got to acting wild. So, he not about to let her go. So, I end up telling my homegirl, which is the sister, like what happened. Like, oh, I was talking to Pawpaw. He was just about to let her go, but your sister told him, fuck you, blah, blah, shut the door. Or try to kick him or whatever. So, that's why he shut the door. So, once, like, my homegirl kind of understood, like, okay, my sister doing too much. You know, she was sad because at the end of the day, who want to see their little sister go to jail or like any of their family? But when when you kind of like accept, like, and don't look at my Halloween nails, my nail appointment tomorrow for the fall, okay? But you know, when you just kind of accept, like, okay, my family member did do too much. Like, it's an understandable arrest. So it's like she was sad at first, but it's like once she seen her, like, saying F you and stuff, she just was like, okay, yeah, this bitch doing too much, right? But she still was like, messed up about it because she was like, you know, Peanut never acted like this. Like, she never acts like this. So we still was really confused. Like, when do she turn up on authority, though? Like, when do you be around police and just really get to acting an ass? Like, it was confusing, right? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, she's turned up on her sister before. You know, they are, you know, close in age. So they didn't have some arguments and sisterly fights and stuff. So I have seen her turn up on her sister before because, like I said, my homegirl is super overprotective over her because she befriends anybody. So it gets to that point where, you know, when somebody care about your safety so much and you don't understand it, it's like an overprotective mom. Like, you feel like your mom doing too much, but it's all for the like benefit of you. But because it's you don't understand. Like, mom, why are you hovering over me? But it's like, you lucky you got a mom that care. You know, like, she lucky she got a sister that care because for if it wasn't for my homegirl really protecting her in certain situations, who the fuck know what Peanut would be at today? Because she used to get herself in some shit. But only because of the strangers. Anyways, y'all get it. So they used to tussle a lot because she be feeling like, big sister, mind your business. And, you know, my homegirl be feeling like, bitch, you my little sister. You is my business. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? I don't care how old you are, 30, 40 years old. Baby, you always going to be my little sister, so I'm always going to protect you. And I feel it, homegirl, because I'm the same way, right? So anyways, so I was telling her that, like, what I said to the officer, and, you know, she just was like upset. It was one of those cries, like, you ain't crying, it's just like a couple tears rolling down. It's just like, oh fuck, like, I guess I gotta call mama or whatever. So, you know, of course it was nothing we can do. Once they like, we kind of got in the car, but we sat there until they like drove off with her or whatever. So they finally took her. Like I said, it was a Friday, so baby girl. Well, really, at this point, technically, I guess it was Saturday because it was like after midnight or whatever. So it's like, baby, we not gonna see you till Monday, right? So, okay, cool. So that was the end of the night. So we ended up going back to the hotel. You know how you kind of like debrief and basically talk about everything that just happened, basically. So we talking about that. And I'm just like, everything, like, y'all, if y'all don't know me, I am very like, I'm very like, it is what it is type person. I'm very, if I can't control the situation, it's really no point of me getting so mad. That's why when y'all hear this story time, like certain story times, and you get those trolls, they be like, "Hey, you always act like you were just a good person in the story time, or you always, girl, why you mad that I'm the same way in each story? Girl, I've been this way all my life. Like, you want me to switch up and be a weird bitch so bad, like, and if you really look at my story times and listen to them, it is sometimes where I've done stuff that other people might not agree with or whatever. People was kind of like, you swear you never got your heart broke. You know, baby, if you become a real supporter, you will know that the main heartbreak I have, I always tell y'all, I'm not talking about that motherfucking ex, because every time I talk about that bitch ass nigga, I get mad, as you can see. So, you know, I get to choose what I want to talk about here on my channel. So maybe I don't want y'all to know all the fucking heartbreaks. Who we want to sit here and talk about fucking heartbreaks? Anyway, so if you don't know, I am very like, baby, if I can't control the situation, I don't let stuff stress me out. Besides traffic. Traffic is the only thing that grinds my motherfucking gears. Who the motherfucker that's at the front of the line making all the cars go slow, making it traffic? Why is it traffic? I don't care if it's a whole bunch of cars. If everybody go the same pace, what's the hold up? So traffic's the only one that like really grind my gears. But anyways, if it's nothing we could do about it, I try not to stress myself about it because it's like me stressing myself ain't gonna make the money go in my bank account, ain't gonna make her get out of jail. It's just like, I'm very much like that. Whether it's a good or bad thing, I'm just telling you that's kind of how I operate. Like when y'all be like, oh my God, aliens is coming here, stay woke. Fuck you want me to do? Fight the aliens? I'm kind of confused. Like I'm woke. My eyes is as open as it can be. And you talking about they're trying to, it's a distraction. They're trying to distract you from aliens coming. Bitch, you ain't, what we supposed to do? I don't have any alien repellent. Like, what am I supposed to do if somebody from another species from another place come over here? I don't know what kind of powers he got. It don't matter how woke I am. What is going to prepare me for an alien to come? Anyways, y'all, I'm getting sidetracked. Sorry. But anyways, so, I was just kind of giving her that, like, you know what? God gonna work it out. And I always be feeling like it's just gonna be a way. Like we gonna figure it out some way, somehow, because we just got to. Like that's just what it's got to be. Like we gonna figure it out. So I'm like, there's nothing we can do about her being arrested today. All we can do is make sure, whatever her bond is, we able to bond her out or get her out, whatever. I didn't know how it worked at the time or whatever. But I'm just like, at the end of the day, she didn't do nothing too bad. So she gonna get out on Monday. So I'm like, we ain't gotta stress. It's all gonna work itself out, right? So yeah, my friend was kind of on that same tip too, because she was like, I told her not to do this, and that, and blah, 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 whatever. Like, so we talking about it. We shower up, we go to bed. I don't know if my friend ended up calling like their mama that night. I'm not sure because I was in the shower when I got out. I don't know. But the next day, I know that when I woke up, she was on the phone with her mama. So, she was just telling her everything that happened. And she like, yeah, mom, like, she was just tweaked out, her eyes bulging out, this, and that. She like, me, Kay, and, our friend, like, was trying to keep her calm. She was kicking Kay, snatching away from friend, like, because mind you, the mama on speaker. And she like, oh, my God, like, I could not believe she was doing all that. So, I talked to my homegirl mama, like, she my mama. I'm like, my, yes, girl. Like, she was, like, damn near, well, I won't cuss him, but I'm like, she was damn near like trying to run up my thigh. She was kicking me. She like, what is wrong with her? And I was telling her like, yeah, girl, like her eyes was, she just ain't look like she was just drinking. Cause again, her mama know she drink too. So it's just like, whatever. So I'm just like, I don't know. She like, well, y'all did what y'all supposed to do. I guess I'm gonna have to drive up there on Monday. Cause at the time, I don't know why I don't know, y'all. Cause I feel like we could have got her out. But I don't know if the mama just wanted to do it or if I can't remember, y'all, but I just remember the mama saying, like, well, I'm going to be up there Monday to get her out and do all of that and stuff. So the mama was like, y'all coming back today? Homegirl was like, well, nah, we already had, bought the hotel for the weekend and, we already planned to be up here. So we just going to stay up here. And we really ain't feel right leaving her just up here by herself anyways. Even if she was in jail, it's just like we didn't want to leave and, like, she not be here. Because what if they let her out on Sunday? Even though that was, like, not likely at all, but like we didn't want to leave and we supposed to stay anyways. So we like, oh yeah, we're gonna stay here. So she like, all right, cool. So it's just like, we still like not dwelling on it, but we still talking about the situation and we like, that's just crazy. But we was trying to figure out, we was like, damn, we need to figure out who Pistachio is because we didn't want to leave her sister's stuff or Peanut stuff like at her house the whole weekend. And then mind you, because she brought like her little purse, like you have your big wallet and you might take like some cash out and like your ID and have it in your little purse. We know that she got taken away with her little purse, so we knew like her credit card and all her main stuff was in the wallet and all that stuff down there. And again, we personally don't know her, even though Peanut was saying like she knew Pistachio from school or whatever. We didn't know her, so we probably should go and collect her stuff. That way her stuff can be with us and whatever. And then that way when her mama pick her up on Monday, like they could just go ahead and come straight back here or whatever. I don't know. Because I guess technically when she got out, she could have still went to go pick up her own stuff. But I guess her sister just want to get her stuff. I don't know. So we like, okay, we got to figure out who Pistachio is. But like, how the fuck we going to do that? Like, we only know her first name. Like, we don't know her last name. We don't even know how the fuck she look. Okay, we just remember what apartment she lived at. And that's it, right? So it's like, okay, we get up. we go get something to eat. So my homegirl was like, okay, well, let's just go over by the apartments to see, like, Pistachio there. That way we could collect our things. So I'm like, okay, my homegirl driving anyway. So we just going with the flow. So we pull up to the apartments, and the way the apartments was, it's like through that door, it was only like 4 apartments that could have been occupied by this door. You get what I'm saying? So we go into the door or whatever, and what I could remember, I was like, I didn't see her go up the stairs. As soon as you come in, you can go straight to those apartments, or you go. Well, I guess technically 8. My bad. It's 8 because it's 4 downstairs and then there's 4 upstairs. So it only could be 8 apartments. But I'm only saying 4 because I remember when she walked in, she went straight. I didn't see her go up the stairs, so I'm thinking like the 4 upstairs, probably not Pistachio, it got to be these 4 down here. So we go in, so we knock on the first door. So we like, hey, are you Pistachio? Like, cause a girl do answer, and she like, oh no. And I'm like, okay, now I do know college to have like roommates. So, we didn't know if these apartments had 2 roommates, 4 roommates, or like what the drill was. So we like, is anybody here named Pistachio? Like, we basically run it down to people. We like, hey, our little sister had got arrested over the weekend. We telling her whole business because I didn't want them to feel like we were some weird girls just looking for some random shit. I don't know. Is Timer home? So we just tell them like, yeah, our little sister got arrested over the weekend, and like she was supposed to be staying with one of her friends named Pistachio here, and we just here to pick up her things. So the first person was like, yeah, no, it's only me and another roommate, and her name is fucking Flower, like something completely different from Pistachio. So she was like, oh no, sorry. And we said, okay, like, thank you though. So we go to the next one. Same thing, run down the thing. Hey, somebody named Peanut, somebody named Pistachio live here, da da da. And the guy was like, because this time it was a guy, but like I said, I don't know, people be having their boyfriends there. And he was like, oh no, like it's all guys here, like no girl came here, da da da. So we like, okay, makes sense. Go to the next one, same thing. Goes another girl. She like, oh no, da da da. We go to the fourth one. They didn't answer. So we like, okay, maybe this fourth one is the person. So she like, maybe we should just come back later. I'm like, probably because this person not here and we seen her come in here. So it could only be like this door, right? So we leave or whatever. So we go back to the hotel, so we just chill, or we actually went to the mall. We went to the mall for a minute, whatever. We just walking around, kind of exploring this little area we at, because what else we gonna do, right? Now, mind you, when we went to the club the day before, we was talking to people, and this is when Snapchat was very well. I know some of y'all do be on Snapchat a lot still. I personally don't be on Snapchat for real no more. So, but this one we was like heavy on Snapchat, so we did get a lot of people, like the guys we was talking to. We did get their Snapchat and stuff, right? So we was following them on there. So while we just walking around in the mall, I'm going through my phone. I'm seeing people Snapchats. One guy is inviting us out, like, hey, this such and such from last night. It's gonna be a party at such and such, such and such. All of that, right? So we like, okay, cool. So we like, well, mind you, we did have flyers for both nights of things that we was gonna do, but it was like other people was inviting us to other things. So we like, shit, we just gonna explore everything. We gonna party hop, go from party to party and see what it's hitting on, right? So okay, cool. It's later on. It's like hours later. Like we kind of was just driving around, going to restaurants, going to the mall, and then on our way back, we was like, my homegirl was like, let's go back into the apartments and see. So I'm like, girl, okay, like yeah, like we just going with the flow, me and my friends. So we just going with the flow. So we pull back up, we go back into the apartments, we go to that fourth one that nobody was at. So we knock on the door, so a girl answers. So we like, okay, hey, like get a rundown, like, hey, our little sister Peanut was here, and this time we just assumed it was her. So we was like, our little sister Peanut was here, like we just kind of here to collect our things because she got in trouble over the weekend. So like we just want to pick up her like duffel bag and her stuff. So she was like, Peanut? We like, yeah. She like, wait, she was staying here? We was like, yeah, like we dropped her off here, da da da. So she was like, mind you, it was people sitting in the living room, we at the door. So she like, hey, anybody know any Peanut? And I'm like, oh, like, is anybody named Pistachio here? So they like, no, there's no Pistachio that live here. So everybody like, and yeah, we don't know no Peanut. So we like, y'all sure? Because like y'all was our last hope. Like, you sure? And everybody was like, nah, like, we just said they in there smoking and shit. Like, y'all on campus. Like, can't y'all? I know y'all in apartments, but so they got the door wide open, like, and the girl who opened it, she just like opened it and walked back to the living room, like basically, come on in. We like, we don't want to come in. We just was kind of looking to see if our little sister was here. So they was like, oh no, like, but y'all welcome to come in. And I'm thinking like, this really what college be like for real, cause like y'all so college is such a comfortable. What I'm trying to say, it's such a welcoming feeling, like being on college, because in your mind you think everybody's here for the same reason. Don't look at my pink shirts down here. Everybody's here for the same reason. Nobody's a weirdo. You know, in your mind, that's probably what you think. Because when I tell you, I told y'all before in like my college stories, like people used to leave their doors open, their dorm rooms open. They wouldn't even be in there. Like college, like it just felt so safe, you know. But you always gotta be on your P's and Q's, y'all. Y'all never know. But they didn't even really care. They like all trying to tell us we could come in. Like, baby, y'all don't even know us, and y'all just said the person we looking for is not here. So we just like, oh, we'll pass, but thank you though. So, you know, we end up leaving. So we walking back to the car. We just like, okay, I know for a fact we dropped her off at this apartment, and I know for a fact she went in. I didn't see what door she went in, but I know you walked in this main door. So we over here confused, like, where the fuck is a Pistachio at? Like, how do we even find this girl? Mind you, we don't got her phone, so it's kind of like, you know, so it's really nothing we could do, because it's like, it ain't like we can call the jail and speak to her. So unless she call us, it's like, what we gonna do? So whatever, we go back to the hotel, and y'all, yeah, we pre-gaming again. Like, we gonna finish turning up, because we gonna have fun and enjoy ourselves, because we know like she's safe where she at. Like, you know, I know it's jail, but she can go to prison. She's in the cell. She'll be okay. Maybe her sitting there for a weekend will let her know, don't be fucking turning up on Pawpaw or like the police officers and kicking them and saying fuck you. Like, when you in the wrong, you're underage and you're fucking drinking. So maybe her sitting down for a weekend is gonna teach her to calm the fuck down a little bit. So we get dressed again. We pre-gaming. We getting lit at the hotel. Everything is cool, right? So we like, all right, let's start off at this one party, and then we're gonna go to this other party, right? So we go to one party. That's the one that the boy that I met the night before invited us to. So we go there, and it's kind of early, but like he was a good host. Like, he one of the people, like, he gonna make sure you turn up. We had a shot off the entry, like it was a good time. But it was, like I said, it was early, so it was people there, but it wasn't like packed out, which I don't personally mind. Like, I don't like being body to body, no Chris Brown, okay? I don't want you to be like, I don't need to be breathing your air in. Like, I don't like to feel like you hovering over my shoulder. It's too fucking hot for that. So it was a cool vibe in there. So, you know, we turning up in there, we having a good time. So, you know, that was our first stop. Cool, we had fun. It's time to go to the next one or whatever. We go to another party, right? We get there. It's more people there. It is a little. It's not too packed out. It's like a okay packed, right? So we go in there. So we there for a minute. So we just dancing and laughing and kicking it. Next thing you know, who do we see? 30-year-old. Okay, I'm gonna just call him that, cause shit. We see 30-year-old. So he come walking over to us, and he's like, "Oh, don't I know y'all?" Nigga, you know you don't fucking know us. Like, just say, oh, I seen y'all last night with such and such and all of that. To my, don't I know y'all? So every time people say that to me, I always say no. Because if you don't fucking know, especially when it's obvious, like, it ain't like we went to middle school 15 years ago and like you can't remember if that's me or not. So you like, hey, wait, don't I know you? Did you go to such and such high school? If you know you just fucking seen me yesterday, nigga. I mean, come on now. You literally just seen us yesterday. So you don't I know y'all? No, you don't. So I'm like, nah, you don't know us. He like, yes, I do. I seen y'all yesterday. Okay. So I'm like, okay, because I'm still just giving, like, you so stuck on this motherfucking dance that P-Nate gave you. Like, boy, be easy. Like, you just, like, what you doing? So he was like, oh, yeah, like, I was with Peanut. So we was like, oh, yeah. So he was like, yeah, I'm just making sure, like, that everything work out with her. Is she okay? So my homegirl was like, no. Nigga, you see him, you seen her get arrested and go to jail. Like, why'd you asking is everything okay? Like, she went to jail. It don't take a rocket scientist to know, like, if you go to jail on Friday, like I said, you get out on Monday. And then you seen her get arrested and go in the police car. So you supposed to have everything all right? No, she's in jail. Like, so my homegirl said that, like, no, she got arrested, so she in jail. He's like, oh, okay, like, damn, like, you know when she getting out? So we like, oh, yeah, it's Monday. Mind you, I'm drunk at the time, especially since I ain't DD, right? Me and friend drunk. So I'm like, I'm playing, but I'm serious. I'm like, damn, you must have really liked that little dance, because you won't leave my little sister alone. So he like, no, I know, like, you know, like, me and her cool. I'm like, oh, you know her? Like, you know her? I'm like, I thought y'all just met last night. He was like, oh, no, like that, you know, we cool. So, you know, I'm asking all the right questions, I feel like. Because I'm like, well, how old is you? Like, because you look a little older. And he like, no, y'all always get that. Like, people always say I'm old. I look older than what I am. I'm like, oh, so how old is you? He like, yeah, I'm 30. Baby, you don't. Sir, and I do mean sir. You don't look older than what you are because you look 30. The fuck? You talking about, he always say I look older than what I am. I'm thinking he was about to say, yeah, I'm 24, but I just look 30. You look 30. And your ass 30. Baby. Okay. So I was like, well, then you look your age. What you talking about? So he's like, no, no, no. Like, people be saying, really, I look like 35 or so, but I'm really 30. No, you look 30. I'm like, well, anyways, I'm like, well, how you know my little sister then? Because, like, what you got going on? And she a hot 20 and you 30 over here. He's like, no, no, we just friends. It's like nothing like that or whatever. She just dry humped you last night at the party. Like, what you talking about? It ain't nothing like that. She damn near humped you naked a little bit because I told y'all her zipper kept coming down. So it was like like, it was like her bra on your chest. Like, I was giving that. Like, when you tell me something, it ain't nothing like that. So we like, okay. I'm like, well, shit, since you know her, we added, since you know our little sister, like, did you know somebody named Pistachio? Like, that's who she was originally coming up here for. And he was like, no, like, you know her last name? We like, nah, we don't. But like, she was coming up here really for her. That's who she supposed to be staying with and stuff. But we don't know her. So we was trying to get in touch with her so we can get her stuff or whatever, since she, still locked up. So he was like, oh, she said like she was staying with Pistachio. We like, yeah. He like, oh, I do think I know who she is, whatever. So we like, okay, like, you got her number or something? He was like, no, but I probably can get in touch with her. But we like, okay, bet, like, can you do that and get back in touch with us? So my homegirl is like, well, here go my number. Like, if you get in touch with Pistachio, like, hit me up or give Pistachio my number and tell her to hit me up. That way we can get my sister stuff. So he was like, all right, yeah, like, bet, like, I'll do that for y'all. So we like, okay, thanks, like, so he ended up walking away. Like, he's still at the party though, so we still end up turning up and stuff. So we finished turning up at the party. Now, like, they passing out shots, we having a good time. Like, I ain't gonna lie, we getting fucking drunk. And because, oh God, I think me and my cousin got this bad too sometimes. When we get too drunk, this is how you know I'm drunk. If I start if I start hit rolling at the party, and it's not 2007 or 8, 10, whatever, when we really was hit rolling, at my grown age, if I start hit rolling and at the party, dropping them hips, belly rolling, belly dancing, any of the sort, that's a key indication that K is drunk. Aside from having to pee 11 times, if I get to hit rolling, you know your girl is drunk, right? So it was like that back in college too. Like, I don't know what about that liquor makes me want to bring it back to fucking 2008, 2009. Like, we at the basement parties, hit rolling and groundwork. I don't know what it is. But I get to hit rolling, right? I'm drunk as hell at this party. I'm hit rolling. The wrong thing to fucking do when I'm hit rolling too and already drunk is to fucking call me out. If you think you gonna call me out and try to challenge me, battle me, oh baby, I'm gonna act the ass. I'm gonna act all the way out. I'm gonna do some cartwheels. I'm gonna do the splits. Mind you, I can't even do the splits. I'm gonna do anything to fucking win, okay? Because first of all, I could act a ass and embarrass myself because I don't go to this college for real, so I don't care. And then I always look good while I'm doing it, so they always just like hype me up anyways, right? I get the hip rolling. But I'm hip rolling like, you know how you just standing with your like group of people you with. So I hip rolling, boom, 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 dropping the hits. So, my friends hype me up. They recorded me for Snapchat. And this fucking girl gonna come out the woodwork, I feel like, and try to challenge me. She will start hip rolling too. Excuse me, bitch. You trying to fight me? So now, excuse me? Oh, baby. Now, first I was just doing a little play, little 1-2. She come, rolling her fucking body and stuff. Oh, hold up, ho. Hold up. So I said, oh, man. I unbuttoned the pants. Zip the motherfuckers down. Oh, let me show you I mean business. I hit her with this and the shirt in my mouth. Y'all don't know about that combo. Y'all should know about that combo though. When your fingers go up like this and you got your shirt in your mouth, pants unzip and unbutton, baby, Listen, I get to doing that, so my friends already know about the combo, so they hype, they extra fucking hype, right? So I'm going crazy, boom, boom, boom. I'm walking up to her. Mind you, this is all fun and games, like we have a good time. Walking up to her, I'm acting like I'm on one of them dance, but don't get me started on this nostalgic type stuff. Go up to her, boom, 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 boom. I turn around, shake the JCs a little bit, roll to the floor, hit her with the Okay. So she like, okay, I got something better for you. So she come, she do a little slide on her knee on the ground. Bitch. Oh hell nah. Not you did a little twist or something on the ground. So she like hit rolling like say her knees is like on the ground, like so she kinda like laying back and like rolling like while she on the ground in front of me. Oh bitch no. Ho, no. So I'm like, bet. Let me do you one better, right? So I take my shirt that I had in my mouth, and you know how you used to take your shirt and fold it in like here, and then pull it to like y'all know how we used to do it, right? So I tuck it in there, I pull it right. I'm like, Kara, don't get me started here. I get to going crazy, right? So I'm taking it low to the ground. So I get on my little knees too, because baby, hold on, you gotta be messed up. I do it to the ground. I bust into a split. Mind you, the crowd going so crazy for me, they don't even realize I really can't do the splits. Like, I barely did the fucking splits. But it looks split enough, okay? I get to the splits. So I start, you know how you like you twerking on the ground, but I'm backing it up. I'm backing the twerk up like on my knees. I'm sliding back on my knees. I'm eating her up, right? Y'all. I'm eating her up. So I backed her up like I'm twerking while I'm sliding back on my knees. So she getting backed up. So I'm going farther back. The crowd going wild, y'all. Something off a movie, y'all. But nah, it's just probably how I'm explaining it. But like we end up get up. So she dapped me up like, okay. I said, you ate that up. I ain't say ate that up because we weren't really saying that at the time. But I don't remember exactly what I said. I just remember we was hyping each other up. I'm like, you got that? No, you got that? She's like, okay. Like, so like we was having a good time. I'm like, man, that's what I'm saying. Like college is really fucking lit as fuck. It's fun as hell. And that's why y'all, you really have fun when you honestly stop caring what people think of you. And I know that sounds so cliche and people say that all the time. But y'all, when y'all stop worrying about, oh, am I gonna be embarrassed? What if somebody looks at me? Like if I'm having fun, if you having fun and you worried about if somebody looking at you weird or whatever, that's when you take the fun away. I don't be giving a fuck. Y'all always ask me, how do you be so confident? How? Because I truly don't give a fuck, y'all. Y'all hear it all the time, but when y'all really process not to give a fuck that we all bleed the same, we all breathe the same, what do I look like being embarrassed or scared in front of another human being that's exactly like me, as far as like what makes this human being more superior to the point that I need to be shy or embarrassed like for? I could be in front of Obama. He can't make me feel nervous. He's just another person. Like it's just, I've already processed in my mind to not care. So when you come from an unbothered, not caring point of view, and don't get me wrong, I'm not acting like I don't just care about nothing at all. Like we all have some level of like caring about what people think of us. But I'm talking about as far as like when we going out and we having fun, like I don't care if I'm like embarrassing myself. And I mean it at a point of like if I'm having so much fun, like I don't care how people look at me. Like I'm never just gonna go out and be all wild and drunk and belligerent and look a mess and be like, I don't care how I look in front of people. No, obviously I'm not saying do anything and look crazy, but like if me and my friends having fun, we don't care who the fuck watching, because who the fuck is you? What you gonna do? So the minute you really stop caring, and it goes for even vlogging and doing content and stuff. Like if you want to be a vlogger, the minute you stop caring how people look at you when you holding a camera, when you out in public, that's when you gonna become a better vlogger. Because a lot of y'all don't vlog because y'all be like, it's so weird walking around with a camera. Well, you know it's not weird when that money hit your bank account, okay? When you done made $5,000 from that one vlog, that's what's not weird. Stop thinking like, oh, this person gonna be watching me while I'm holding the camera. What's more weird? You holding a camera out in public, or somebody staring at you watching you hold a camera while you out in public? You know what I'm saying? Listen, you want that money or not? But anyways, y'all know I always get off topic. I don't know what to do about that. But yeah, so we had a fucking ball, okay? It was a fucking good time. So we drunk, whatever, we lit, whatever. So in the midst of us turning up from our dance battle, whatever, I just happened to look over and I see 30-year-old, right? He getting another dance, like he turned it up and he like, y'all know when a girl is like twerking or whatever and a guy be like ramming her, like doing all that extra stuff. He going like crazy on the girl. Like I guess she was dancing and he like hitting her from the back, but like not for real. Well, y'all know what I mean. So she dancing and he like going he like this with her, like dance with her. Then he go to like pick her up, like it's giving very cute vibes, like the fraternity. But he doing a lot, so I'm like, okay, damn. Okay, so he drawing attention to it because he doing all of that or whatever. So I'm like, he must really like, he like this type of stuff. When he go to parties, he must be one of the ones that really show his ass with dancing. Because last night you got groundwork done. Tonight you ramming a bitch, picking her up, twirling her up in the fucking air and stuff. So I ain't mad because have your good time. Like I just came from a whole dance battle myself, so have a good time, right? So he dancing on her, whatever. Like I said, this party was really, really fun. It was one of those like real lit ass parties that everybody is just there to dance, drink, and have a good time. Like everybody turned up. Sometimes you go to parties and bitches be staring at you and looking at you. Everybody was just like there to vibe and dance, and that's my type of speed, right? So by the time it was time to go, mind you, because this party was ending at like midnight, so that's why there was so many parties this night, because I guess they had it at like a venue, so it couldn't go past like a certain time. So this party was in at midnight, and then they had another party that was gonna go on to like 2 or whatever, right? So midnight was coming up, so it was like it was time for people to go. So we leaving out, everybody drunk and shit. Of course, not the DDs. So when we walking out, 30-year-old, he like behind us, but like they was kind of behind us, I guess. So whatever. So this guy ended up tapping me on my shoulder or whatever, and he trying to talk to me. When everybody's trying to maneuver out one way, he trying to talk to me. He like, yeah, it's your fine ass. Where you going to next? Like, I want to follow you, man. My homeboy's gonna follow you. So I'm like, y'all want to follow me? Like, I'm just playing the line. I'm like, yeah, we going to such and such party. He's like, all right, bet, yeah, we going there too, because you fine as hell. Like, what's your number, whatever. Next thing you know, 30-year-old came walking up. He drunk as shit. You could tell. So he talking to his homeboy. He like, my little shit that was at the apartment, this her sister's. So he like, oh, the one that got arrested. Oh. But it's like, I was smiling, but I was sitting there thinking, like, little shit that came to the apartments, because mind you, he never said nothing about her ever being at his apartments, but now you drunk as hell. So now, hold on. Do the little fish in the pond. Now I'm about to see if I can catch something, right? So this the friend. So I just said, I was like, oh, my little sister was at your apartment. So here go the homeboy, was like, oh, yeah. Y'all should have spent the night with her. I don't know why I kept saying spend the night. I meant like y'all should have came over there with her, like came to the boy house, not spend the night. Excuse me? I said, oh, spent the night with her. Mind you, I'm still keeping poker face. Like, I ain't even gonna let you know X, Y, and Z. So I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, shit, she should have told us or whatever. So at that point, we kind of was getting separated, because it's like, it's 2 big doors, but you can go, whichever way. So I'm still holding on to my homegirl, my friend or whatever, because I'm the third one in line. So they pulling me to go this way. So I'm like, okay, whatever. They kind of got separated. So as we going out the door, I'm telling my homegirl and my friend what I just heard or what just happened, right? So I'm like, yeah, tell me why little drunk 30-year-old, he's so fucking drunk. He just slipped up, said, oh, this my little shit. Mind you, he really ain't say little shit, okay? I just don't remember what he said back then. Because, we was just not talking like that back then. But I don't be remembering verbatim every word. So I was like, girl, tell me why 30-year-old, his drunk ass, and you could tell when guys be drunk, they be all sweaty, they should be falling down and stuff. So I'm like, his drunk ass, his little friend was trying to talk to me, and do he told a friend like, oh yeah, this my little shit that came up here from me, like sisters and stuff, and they was talking about how we should have came and spent the night with her there. I'm thinking like, why he talking about? Did he just tell us that he know her, but they not really like that, and it's nothing like that? Why he just said that was his little shit, and she came up here for him, and she spent the night. My homegirl was like, interesting. I said, yeah, something going on. Like, I don't know, but mind you, I'm still drunk too. So, when you drunk and you peep something, sometimes it'd be like, you try to focus on it, but it's like, imagine it's right here. It's like you try to focus on it, but it's like your mind still drift over here. It's like, wait, focus on it. But it's drifting back because we still in turned up mode. So it's like, we're going to deal with that later, right? Because, I don't know, we can't focus on it right now. It's a lot going on. Everybody in the parking lot pimping and turned up in the parking lot and shit going on. It's just a lot, right? Mind you, on the way to the car, this fine ass nigga still stopping us, trying to talk to us and stuff. It's a lot going on, right? So it's like we paying attention, but it's like, we're going to deal with this later, right? Get in the car, so we about to head to the next party, right? People were saying like it was getting canceled. Like we went to the block, but people were like, oh, it's not here no more. Like the police was already there. Like it's canceled and this and that. So people were saying to go to this other place, but it's just like, how people get together to see where the next party at, but that got canceled. So y'all all go to another place, but it's like it's so much commotion. Like it got shut down there too. So everybody like just driving around trying to figure out where the next party was at. Mind you, me and friend is drunk as hell. So because it was so much driving around, we ended up falling asleep in the car. So my homegirl was like, fuck it. Like they don't know where the party at for real. And at this point, it's like 1 o'clock. Y'all drunk as hell. Y'all falling asleep. We about to go to the hotel, right? So we didn't even end up going to no other party. We partied out, okay? So we didn't go nowhere else. So next thing next thing I know, I was waking up the next morning, okay? So, and it's always crazy. It's like my body know when I fall asleep, like in my clothes or like in my makeup, because it's like if I fall asleep at 1, instead of sleeping through the night and waking up at like 7, 8 a.m. or whatever, I would get up at like a random like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. and get up and be like, okay, let me take my makeup off. Let me take these clothes off. So it's like if I'm too drunk to the point I fall asleep in my clothes, I'm going to wake up in a couple hours because it's like my body just know like, something ain't right, right? So I ended up waking up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, one of them random times. And I'm like, okay, shit, like me, like you could tell my homegirl just threw covers on the both of us because it was like we was passed out. So I woke up, I went to go use the bathroom, do all that good stuff, whatever. Changed to my pajamas, I go back to sleep, right? So cool. We wake up the next morning. Mind you, this is Sunday, so this is a day that we leave or whatever. Now, we did ask to have late checkout. My homegirl, like, literally always get late checkout. She one of the reasons I kind of do late checkout, too, if I can, because it's just, like, something about the next day when you gotta, get ready and stuff, and them trying to get you out by 11 a.m. or noon. It's just like I feel rushed and I don't like feeling rushed, right? So we had late checkout. So, we wake up, we just get ourselves together. So we still just talking about last night. And my homegirl was like, yeah, and what was happening with homeboy? I'm like, oh yeah. So that's when I really bring it up again. I'm like, yeah, he was talking about how like Peanut was his little shit. Like basically everything I said to y'all before. So my homegirl like for real. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, I knew it had to be something more because I said, even though she gave him that dance, they like vibe just gave like we already know each other because even like before she got arrested, remember I told y'all he was like standing behind her, like kind of hugged up on her and stuff. Like it just gave something else, right? So and I'm like, and the fact that we ain't never know who Pistachio is, never seen her, heard from her, like nothing, something is up, right? So she's like, oh yeah, like something going on, like we gotta get to the bottom. And she was like, I'ma call 30-year-old because mind you, like I said, they exchanged numbers or whatever. And she was like, I'ma just ask him like, can you see if you can get in touch with Pistachio because we just want to get her clothes, or like I'ma just ask him, can he even get the clothes? We come get it like from you because we really just want to get her stuff because we leave today, so we want to get her stuff and take back home, like no questions asked, da da da. So she ended up doing that. So she ended up calling 30-year-old and she was just like, hey, like it seemed like she tried to act like it would seem like Pistachio is avoiding us. So like if you get in touch with her, can you just get the clothes from her? Like we literally just want to take her clothes because we got to go back home. Like I got work tonight, so I got to leave soon. So we just want to get her stuff and we'll hit the road. Like we don't care if we could just pick it up from you and see if she'd just give it to you or something. So he like, oh, okay, like, oh yeah, y'all gotta leave today. She like, yeah, like, cause my mama gonna come tomorrow and like I don't want my mama to have to come to somebody's house and get her clothes because that's gonna be too much. And he was like, oh yeah, like y'all ain't getting her from jail, like the mama is. So, my homegirl's like, yeah, my mama coming up here, so I just was trying to handle this before my mama do. So, he was like, okay, let me see if I can get in touch with Pistachio. Like, I'll call you right back. So we looking like, something about hearing that mama, yeah, put a little fire under your ass, right? So when I tell y'all, not even like 10 minutes later, he called back and was like, oh yeah, I just spoke to Pistachio. Like, yeah, she said like she could just bring the clothes and stuff to my house. Like, I could send y'all where I live at and y'all could just come get it from here. So we like, okay, like, how long? And he was like, like 5 minutes. We think like, damn, 5 minutes? Like you just got in touch with this and it'll be over there in 5 minutes? I wonder why would it be there in 5 minutes? So we like, oh, okay. So we like, well, my homegirl is telling him like, well, give us about 30 minutes or so because, we packing up, we about to leave out the hotel. So he was like, all right, I'm gonna text you the address. So I'm like, yeah, something is up because ain't no way you was able to get in touch with that girl that quick and she about to bring it to the house unless she live in the same fucking apartment complex or something as you. Like, how she able to get all them clothes and stuff over to you that quick? Babe, whatever. So cool, whatever. So he ended up sending the address. And of course, we don't know where this address at until we get to that area because we're not familiar with this area, but it just said like 10 minutes away, right? So we do see that it's over, like it seemed like it's going towards where the campus is. So we like, okay, cool. So we pack up, we check out the hotel, and we literally, after we went to go pick up her clothes, we was gonna get something to eat and then hit the road because like it wasn't that long of a drive, but like we want to go ahead and get on home and call it a day, right? So, okay, cool. We follow the GPS and I see it's literally going towards the school. Like, literally, if one of the entries to get into the campus or whatever by the apartments was going this way, we literally turned that way to go into these other apartment complexes. So, it literally was just right here. So we like, okay, like he right across from the fucking campus. Like, he literally was right, like, his back of his apartments was facing the back of the apartments that we pulled up to on campus, right? Like, but it's a street. and okay. So cool. So we turned to the apartment complex. We pull up to the apartment. Mind you, his door is just like on the floor. So we text him like we hear whatever. So he's like, okay, I'm about to come out. So he come out with this bag. Mind you, so, okay, so Peanut, she had like a duffel bag. She had like a smaller like duffel bag or like a little, not a book bag, but like just this smaller like bag because she used to put all like her hair products and stuff in there, her flat irons and all of that. So she would always carry both together, right? And sometimes if she had enough room, she'd put that little duffel bag inside the big duffel bag. So when he came out and brought the duffel bag, he was still talking to the sister. I had grabbed the duffel bag because I'm in the passenger seat or whatever. So I unzipped it because I was trying to make sure like her stuff was in there or whatever. Because I do remember seeing that duffel bag. Because on our way there, so in that small duffel bag, it'd be like her hair stuff, like her makeup, her lip gloss, stuff like that. So I remember on the road trip or whatever, she ended up pulling it out because she keep her wallet thing in there and like her lip gloss and some of this stuff. So I always know for her to have this, right? And then we did other trips together when I seen this. So when I'm unzipping it to make sure she got her stuff in there, he's still talking to us, but the sister is looking in there too. So the sister's like, where her she like, hold on, okay, let me see that. So she take the duffel bag and she looking through it. She always carry like this little smaller like duffel bag thing, like you ain't see it, like the girl ain't bring it. And he like, what it look like? And she like, it's like black and got this white stripe on it, whatever, like, and normally have like her flat irons and stuff in there. So he like, oh, she might have brought it, but it's probably in the house. Like, let me go see or whatever. Something just told me, y'all, curiosity killed the cat, right? I'm just like, he go run in there. And I know you ain't supposed to walk in people's house, y'all. But I'm like, Fran, I don't know. I'm talking to my homegirl, though. I'm like, something telling me that I think this is where the fuck she was at. I said, let's just go walk up in the apartment because it was right there. I'm like, let's just go walk in because I felt like ain't no way that if Pistachio dropped off a bag here that you would forget a whole second bag. So let me go see if it's in the house, if she dropped it off in the house. You would have known somebody bring you two bags. You would have remembered, especially 5 minutes ago, you would have remembered that she had two bags. Like, why you, and it's especially since, because he went in and it's like, if she dropped the duffel bag off by the door, it would just be right there. It looked like he went in and he was actually like looking for stuff because his blinds open because it's early, so you could see him in the living room like just like walking back and forth doing stuff. So it's like, why you looking around the house for this other duffel bag? You would just look in the one spot where she probably like dropped the stuff off at. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, I think we should go in there. So my homegirl, all she needed was that. She like, come on, yeah, let's go. So we go walk in. He hears us coming in. He like, wait, y'all, wait. I'm like, oh, my bad. Like, I just needed to use the bathroom before we hit the road. Like, is that okay? He like, damn, like, y'all just gonna walk into a nigga shit? Like, damn. Like, and I'm like, yeah, because we just had to use the bathroom and, like, we just want to come in. So I'm being very invasive, very intrusive, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we just walk in this person's house. No, you ain't supposed to do that, but we don't give a fuck, right? So I go walking in because the way them apartments is, you literally can see where the bathroom at. So I'm like, let me just use the bathroom. So I go walk in. I use the bathroom. This nigga so stupid. Flat irons right on the counter. Right here. These is her flat irons. Like, bitch, I know my girl flat irons. I know my little sister flat irons. These is right fucking here. So I go, I flush the toilet, act like I do all of that. So I come out the bathroom. I'm like, here go her flat irons right here. He like, oh, okay. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, I'm so fucking messy, y'all. Me and Fran, because mind y'all, the first day when she got there, whatever, and she even called. Mind you, when I say we was talking to her, we was talking to her on FaceTime, right? So it was like when she was getting ready. Remember I told you on the day we came in, she called like, we about to get ready now, da da da. She was on the phone. She was against this wall, y'all, but this wall had this little very distinctive like little frame or whatever. It said like it said something, right? Vodka over everything or some shit. Like it was something to do with some liquor. It was like something to do with liquor, a frame. And it was against like a wall or whatever. I come out, Fran, because mind you, we always on FaceTime with her, just checking in, whatever. Fran is like, I don't know, y'all. Don't that look very familiar right there? So I'm looking on the wall. I'm like, what you mean? Because it wasn't processing, right? Because I'm not even thinking about all the way on Friday when we FaceTimed her. And I'm like, yeah, friend. I'm just agreeing, going along with it because I don't know. But obviously my friend owned something, so I'm just going to go along with it. So I'm like, yeah, friend, don't it? It do look real familiar. Even though I don't know. She was like, I could have swore that was in the background when we had FaceTime Peanut. And she said she was at her friend Pistachio house. So my homegirl looking was like, you know what? Hell yeah. You right. So we all just looking at him like very much giving Charlie's Angels. We sitting here like, 30-year-old. Bitch, are you Pistachio? We're not about to play these fucking games with you. Nigga, you is Pistachio. He over here trying to grin and smile. And I said, listen, cat's out the fucking bag. Her curling irons over here. You got the other duffel bag sitting right there. She got shit that's around the house that you probably don't even know she took out and that's hers because you don't even know what's really hers. She got like this, her jacket, like she always have this oversized jacket that she just throw on, a little comfortable hood. That's sitting over here on a fucking chair. You didn't even probably realize this shit was hers because you only seen her that one night. Her chair right, her hoodie on the chair, curling irons in the bathroom. This the fucking picture. You know too much. All of a sudden you able to get in touch with Pistachio. You looking for her. When you was drunk, you slipped up and said she came up here to see you. Baby, your apartment is behind the apartments that she said she was getting dropped off at. You too much. Listen. If it walk like a duck and suck like suck. Hold on now. Wait. If it walk like a duck and quack like a duck, guess what? It's a motherfucking duck. 30-year-old, you is Pistachio. Okay? Now, we might be smiling and giggling and all. Like, it might get very laughter. But why the fuck is your grown ass messing with our little sister? So I'm like, you Pistachio, ain't you? Like, you gotta be. So he was like, I mean, I ain't never know that she called me Pistachio. Like, I guess I am Pistachio, but she never said, like, like, I guess in his mind, she never told him that like she lied to us about where she was staying. So he didn't even know he was Pistachio. Like he just thought he was 30-year-old, right? So I'm like, okay, give me the rundown, baby. And when I say I'm like, I'm really talking about the sister too. Like I want y'all to think like I'm over here asking all these questions. When I say I'm just talking about everybody on my side, which is me, sister, and homegirl. Okay, so it's coming from this way. So we like, yeah, you gonna have to run this shit down. I'm like, it's crazy. My hunger is like, what's crazy is I dropped her off in them apartments over there, and he like, well, I don't know nothing about that. I guess she already knew his fucking address or whatever. Now, at the time, we didn't know how she knew about them other apartments. Maybe she Googled the shit up. I don't fucking know, right? But he was like, she already had my address. So when she told me she was here, she was already like outside on the front door. So like, when she texted me she was here, when I opened the door, it was just her there. She had said like her sister had dropped her off and y'all had already left. So I didn't think nothing of it. Which in reality, she probably just walked across the street and walked over to the fucking front door, right? So he was like, yeah, like she came here and like everything was cool. Like we went to the party and stuff together. We was dancing together. But he said like I guess he felt something was off because he was like once she seen y'all, then she got to taking off to the bathroom and acting like her friend was in the bathroom because he kind of overheard that like, oh, my friend just hit me up. She said she in the bathroom now. Let me go see. But he was like, I just thought that was a little weird because she only came with him. It was no other friend there. So you talking about your friend in the bathroom and he looking like, you only here with me. What the fuck you talking about? Somebody was in the bathroom. So he was like, that's when I was a little like, taken back about it, whatever. Then when she was getting arrested and stuff, and we was like, go to Pistachio car, like we kept yelling that out. He was like, I was already confused. Like, who is this Pistachio? Like, who is this other person y'all keep telling her to go to? And he, in his mind, he like, she only came here for me. So y'all keep asking about another person. But I guess he don't think enough to like ask no fucking questions. Like, once she got arrested and we asked you about Pistachio the next day, you should have been like, listen, I don't know who Pistachio is. Y'all keep asking about this person, but I don't know. But I guess you eventually just went along with it. Probably because in my head, you went along with it because you knew you really had no business with no 20-year-old. I understand, like I said in the last story time, everybody felt like once you over 18, it's all fair game. And it might be legally fair game. But in my head, I just felt like I'm 30 years old right now. Literally. What the fuck would I want with a 20-year-old? What the fuck would I want with a 23-year-old? I can't say is anything wrong if you do. I just cannot see myself like, oh, you 23? All right, bet. Fuck. You niggas is already slow at my age. Y'all slower at 23. And it's just like, you in full-blown college with all these other people. And don't get me wrong, I know it can be people her age here too, but it's just like, I'm sure it's a lot of people at college that's 25, 26. Like, it's just other people that could be here. So I'm telling him this, like, why are you talking to a 20-year-old? You go to college, you got all these people at college that you could talk to. And he was like, I don't go to college. I said, what do you mean you don't go to college? He was like, nah, like, like he just from there. Like he's just from the city where it's at and he just live on the apartments. Mind you, those apartments is off the campus. It's just close to the campus. So I'm sitting here thinking like this bitch, peanut ass, Just lying the whole fucking way. Did you just randomly, this is what I'm getting. Did you randomly meet this man on social media like you fucking always do? Probably was talking to him and he probably told you, I live such and such. It's like a college town. We having Halloween parties all weekend. Come up here to visit me, da da da. And because your sister wasn't gonna let you go without her, you said, fuck it. Let me tell my sister I'm visiting a friend from high school that go to this college now. That way I could just tell her I'm going to visit my homegirl, but really I'm visiting my boo thing that you know your sister was gonna be okay with because he's fucking 30 years old and you're 20. Peanut. Keep her in jail, okay? So we just getting all this information. So, we just really letting them know, especially my homegirl, like, you don't got no business talking to a 20-year-old. He all like, well, I didn't really know her age. Like, we met on social media and we just was talking. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, at no point Peanut told you was 20. I guess, I don't know. I didn't have no evidence to prove that she said it or not or whatever. But I'm like, I know for sure that night when she got arrested and you heard the officer say like, oh, you not even old enough to drink, da da da. At that point, again, when you seen us the next day and you was asking about her, you should have said, hey, listen, I don't know what happened with Peanut, but we met off social media. I thought she was older, so like we was kicking it, but I overheard last night that she was only 20 years old. I do got her stuff at my apartment. I didn't know that she lied about coming to meet me. I didn't know X, Y, and Z, but I do know that y'all are her, y'all, y'all family to her. Can y'all come get her stuff? That's what a grown fucking man do. Like at whatever, if you did not know in the beginning, none of that, I can't say you didn't. I can't blame you for that. But once you for sure found out that night she got arrested, you should have moved differently after that. The fact that you tried to lie and still keep up with the lie, like, oh, let me find out who Pistachio is for you. Let me do that. Bitch, you know you Pistachio, ho. Even if you didn't know that was your name, you knew she came up here for you. So once we told you, like, oh, Pistachio is the girl that she came up here for, you should have been like, well, to my knowledge, she came up here for me. So I don't know if she lied, but I do have her clothes at my apartment if y'all want to pick it up. You feel what I'm saying? But you knew to give us the clothes because once we said that her mama was going to bring her to whoever Pistachio is the next day, you was probably like, oh, I definitely don't want to deal with the mama. So let me just deal with the sisters, right? Nasty ass nigga. Oh my God. So we basically just got all the information. So we just kind of, we told him a little something. I'm just like, well, she is 20, so you might want to stop fucking talking to her. Give me all her stuff. Like, because again, we can't say that he didn't know. And Pistachio, I mean, she, like, I can't say, like, you know how people would be like 14 and lie and say that they're 18, and it's like, how you ain't know she was 14? Pistachio, she didn't look older, but she didn't necessarily look younger too. So like, if she said she 20, okay, but also if she said she was 25, it was like, okay. You get what I'm saying? Like, without my hair and makeup for real, a lot of y'all still think I'm like 21, 22. Like, well, even with my hair and makeup, like, when I go out and get liquor, I still get carded. Like, they don't even be thinking I'm 30 years old. So it's just like, it ain't giving that, oh, she look older than what she is. It's just looking like, damn, black really don't crack. So I'm 30 and y'all be thinking I'm 23. I get comments all the time when I say, every time I be like, I'm 30, y'all be like, hey, I thought you was such and such. I thought you was this. Like, even with full blown makeup, they say makeup and hair and all that age you. Y'all still think I'm a young tenderoni, even though I young, you understand? But yeah, so it was just like, I couldn't even blame him because I couldn't be like, no, she looked like she 20. Because it's like, she could be 25. And then if you thought she was 25 and you 30, that's not really that bad. But it's just like, whatever. We just couldn't really tag him with too much because we didn't know. The only thing I really was tagging him with was the fact that once you found out, moving forward, you could have let us know instead of lying, acting like somebody dropped the fucking clothes off when you knew she stayed here the whole time. So we just was on his ass about lying. But it's like, what the fuck we gonna do? He still was older than us. Shit, like, what we was gonna whip his ass, jump him? Like, it really falls on Peanut as well. Like, he shouldn't have lied, but Peanut, you shouldn't. If had you never lied in the beginning, you wouldn't even be in none of this. So, of course, we take all that ammo. We got all the evidence that she lying and stuff. But because my homegirl is the big sister, she not about to tell her mama that. Because at the end of the day, she is over 18. But my homegirl is going to rip her a whole new ass when she get home from jail, okay? Because, we still, it's Sunday, so we still gonna go back. And Peanut wouldn't be coming back till like Monday when the mama go get her. So, we gather up all her stuff, we telling him like, well, just don't talk to her no more. She's fucking 20. We ain't got no business talking to her and whatever. So we about to go walk out. And my homegirl, I guess she couldn't help it. Like, them fucking, got some intrusive thoughts, like, just took over. And while we was walking to the door, she turned around like, did you fuck my sister? And he was like, I I don't really want to answer that. Like, I think that's something you should ask her. So I was like, that's a yes. Because if you didn't, you would have just like, nah, we ain't do none of that. That's a fucking yes. I was like, that's a yes. I'm like, so now you got to know that you just fucked a 20-year-old, okay? And he like, man, oh, no, don't say it like that. Like, that make it sound bad. It is bad to us. Maybe not to y'all. Again, like I said, is everybody got different opinions. To us, and because this is our little sister, I see her like a little sister, and it's my homegirl little sister. Nobody want to think they little sister just getting fucked by 20-year-olds. Like, ugh, because she's still like a baby to us, and it's like, girl, even though you're 20, it's like you a little baby, and I don't know, I just don't want to picture. And then he was all a little big man and stuff, and I just don't want to picture him. Okay, we just like, and I'm like, well, why we asking questions? I said, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen Peanut drink before, but I said she was bugged out that night. Like, did you get my sister something? He like, I mean, yeah, we popped a pill, but like she said she did that shit before. My homegirl's like, no, she don't do none of that. She don't smoke, she don't pop nothing. The only thing she do is drink. So he was like, so my homegirl like, so what the fuck you gave my sister? He was like, no, like I ain't drunk her and I ain't make her take nothing. Like, we pop pills here, and she said she was down and that she did it before. So like, yeah, she did take one with us, but it was nothing like that. So basically he was saying like, yeah, like, cause he didn't drug her, cause of course we had to find out stuff. He didn't drug her or nothing, but she definitely was on something, and we knew that because we like, girl, since when do you fucking act this belligerent? Like, when do you act this crazy? But see, that's what happens when you trying to be a fucking adult, whether you over 18 or not. You want to fit in with the quote unquote cool kids. Now you up here popping shit, knowing you don't pop no fucking pills, and you drinking and shit. Now you acting all out of body and out of character because you know you don't pop shit. So now you don't even know how to react off the shit that you just popped because you don't do that. So that's why you are bugged out, eyes bulging out the fucking head, and you wilding out because you want some other shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, I can't even technically blame him because, yeah, at the end of the day, you didn't have to get her nothing, but y'all is in college, and she need to be grown enough, or even though y'all not in college, I guess, because he don't go to college, but she need to be grown enough that I don't care if everybody popping shit around you. If you know you don't do that, why the fuck is you doing that? Especially if he ain't try to force you and he ain't slipping in your drink. You willingly doing it because you want to fucking fit in, right? That's what we found out. But anyways, yeah, so we just like, bye, like we just gone. So yeah, we end up leaving. We go drive on back home or whatever. And of course the next day, they mama went to go pick her up. Peanut ended up coming home. And like I said, the sister, she did what a big sister gonna do. Y'all can just go ahead and imagine that, like whatever, what a big sister gonna do. And that basically was that. Like, we ended up finding out all of that. Like I said, like she acted like she had us drop her off at a random apartments. It was just her fucking luck that them apartment main doors was even open. Cause normally when you be in apartments, those doors be like locked. So she literally made us drop her off at a random ass apartment for us to pull up and her to leave and cross the street and go to the other apartments to go stay there. Then you kept lying, I'm at Pistachio house, knowing damn well you was at this nigga house. And basically it just was a whole fucking lie. Also, she can go meet this nigga that she met offline. Zoom better. So I'm just here to tell y'all, stop meeting strangers offline. Like, well, I don't know, because like I said, I knew I was gonna get a lot of comments like, yeah, I met my husband offline. So it's like, I don't know, I guess I can't tell you not to meet people offline. I would just say if you under 18, I really want to say 21, I'm not even gonna lie, but I guess to be fair, if you under 18, meet people the old fashioned way. Don't meet people offline. Don't meet strangers offline. Don't meet them online and meet up with them or go places by yourself with them. Because like, she literally had my homegirl not want to go with her. She would have went up to that college by herself and met this man. And you know what? Who am I to say that it wouldn't have went well for her? I'm not acting like he was just a horrible guy and he tried to like do something bad to her, because who knows? Maybe if we never went, she would have went out and had a good time. She would have never got arrested, and she would have never been, I don't know if us being there made it worse or not. I don't know. But it's just like, I can't blame the big sister for being a big sister, because she could have went up there, had a fun weekend with him, turned up. What if that's what was going to happen though? What if we never went? She would have never like got crazy in front of the police. She would have turned up, had a good time, and came on back Sunday. But then we don't know, because what if you would have went up there and he was a fucking weirdo and tried to kidnap you or something? It's like, it's the not knowing that gets, like, you never know if it's gonna go good or bad. You don't know. So it's like, you have to act in good faith, just because it's just like, you don't know. Like, so all you can do really in life is act in good faith and move with good intentions, because it's just like, I don't know if us being there made it worse or not, but we was moving with good intentions. It's not like we did anything purposely. We was trying to make sure she was okay. So whether that made it worse. Whether that made it worse or better, we don't know, but it's just like, I don't know, y'all. So it's just like I said, if you're under 18, don't be meeting strangers offline. Don't be like meeting up with them by yourself and going places with them by yourself. Don't be giving your address and stuff to them. Don't be doing like, you have to be very cautious with anybody, not even just the people online. You just really have to be cautious, and at the very least, have something to protect yourself. Mace, pocket knife, taser, something. Take up a karate class, fucking self-defense class, anything. Have something where you still can just protect yourself, because you fucking never know. Even at my age, like, you still fucking never know. So yeah, but that was that though. But yeah, so that was the story, y'all. But yes, y'all, that is the end of my story time. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Make sure you thumbs up this video, comment down below, and make sure you are subscribed. But y'all already know. Until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.